guys better help me out with this one. Alright, so welcome back. Today we have a problem from the 2018 China Math Olympiad where fix Q, you want to show that there exists a constant C, which I guess probably depends on Q but not on N, such that this inequality holds. Jesus, what am I supposed to do with this? C over root N. So, I guess this is really more like a min, right? Like, you want to say if the fractional part is at least... If one of the fractional parts is really, really small in terms of n, then you want the other fractional part to not be too small. So I guess my question is, how do I relate them? How do I tie these together? Do I just write like n cube root q is like something plus tiny and then see what happens? I feel like that's a really brittle strategy. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Come help me grade. You get to meet all the US staff and you can save me a lot of agony. Jesus. Really? Wait, okay, like... Why is this even true? This doesn't feel like it should be true. Okay, I'm gonna try writing some stuff down because I actually have no idea what's going on. So let's suppose this is really like some integer, we'll call it m, plus some very small epsilon, where epsilon we think is on the order of root n. And then epsilon's smallness can depend on q. So then I'm gonna square both sides, and I'll get an integer squared plus 2 epsilon m, and then plus an epsilon squared. So this guy's really small, and what I'm praying for is that this thing is not too small. How big do I think m is? M is O of n. Oh, actually, so we might be... No, we're screwed. Okay, so divide... Okay, so at this point I want to get rid of m. So... Shite. We have the epsilon squared here. if epsilon... So, okay, so suppose epsilon is like somehow smaller than n to the minus a half times constant. But see, this thing is actually even smaller. Right, this m squared over n can introduce garbage that is like a garbage 1 over n shift, which is really, really bad for me. On the other hand, this thing's pretty small. Right? Maybe? Maybe? Hopefully? I have no idea what's going on. Oh, I so have no idea what's going on. 2q. Oh no, that's not what I want to happen. 2. Oh frick! This is fighting back. It's not letting me do the thing I wanted to. It looks like brute force problem bounding. Is that what does brute force mean in this context? Like I should write down a lot of equations? I would believe that. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do because I have no better idea what to do. And like basically I'm trying to say if n times q to the 1/3 has small epsilon, then I want q to the 2/3 to have small epsilon as well. But I don't see this happening. Epsilon is bounded away from 0. Or sorry, no, not bounded away. Epsilon is greater than 0. That's important. That's where the... Because if epsilon equals 0, we actually just die, I think. Because this fractional part can be 0. But at least this fractional part is positive. N is large, we can assume. So this thing is basically negligibly small. Except it's not, because the threshold here is actually really large. I was hoping for I would have thought this would be like 1 over n or something, but it's like square root n. So I feel like at this point I have to be a little more careful. M squared over n. So this is like an integer over n, right? Okay, I can make this smaller than any constant in terms of q. This thing is just... This is a root n error term. This error term feels like it's around square root n. But the problem is this guy. This is actually... Whatever fractional part comes out of this is actually the smallest thing. It's the m squared over n, which is not what I want to see, like, at all. The 1 over n is the finest term, but there can be a lot of copies of it if like the residue of m squared mod n is pretty big. Actually, maybe that's not a bad thing if this is... I don't know, no, I think that's a bad thing. Is that a bad thing? If this thing is like... Okay, what am I worried about? I don't know what I'm worried about. I feel like I care what the quadratic residue modulo n is. That's not a good side. Epsilon we think is... So this is 1 over n squared. This is the smallest thing. It doesn't want to do very much. This thing is the... This is sort of what we want actually. But what if this m squared is like just slightly less than a multiple of m? Does that screw us? I think that might screw us over. If this is slightly less than a multiple of n and this thing brings it just over the boundary, then we're in trouble. How big is m? M is like linear, and yeah, so it runs over a complete residue set modulo n once q greater than 1. So that's bad news. Did I screw this calculation up? This feels really strange. I mean, I wasn't expecting this to work out right, but I wasn't expecting this term to... I would have thought the integer term's not the one that, like, causes me to die. That feels a little sacrilegious. Do I think this bound is close to tight? I don't have any intuition. Like, I just don't have a sense why this statement should be true at all. Like, if you gave me this statement and asked me if it was true or false, I would definitely have bet money on false. Oh, 'cause, like, why would these be related? But apparently they're related. So... I wonder if I should be thinking about, like, x cubed minus q? Or something? No. I need to write down some sort of formulas because the constants involved here. Do I care that q is an integer? Maybe I should be doing this whole song and dance with, like, the other way around. Where instead of 1/3, 2/3, I have 2/3, 1/3? Because if I square... I don't see induction happening, I'm sorry. I, like, totally do not see this being induction. I haven't used the fact that q is an integer, actually, which might be bad news. I should use the fact that it's an integer. So, what, do I multiply them together? Oh, I can multiply them together. Okay, we're gonna do a more general setup. I'm just gonna throw at this point. I'm just gonna throw stuff at the wall. I'm gonna call these A and B, and we're gonna call this delta and epsilon, and we're gonna show that we can't have both delta and epsilon small. And we're basically going to say where are the integers in this problem and then pray like heck that we can get some control over them. So the students are going to do, we're just going to multiply these straight together, and then it tells us the n squared q, which is integral, is the product of a bunch of ab plus b delta plus a epsilon plus delta epsilon. And the idea is that because a and b are both pretty small, so this is an integer, so we don't care about it. This is an integer, but epsilon and delta are both pretty small. They are freaking... Okay, well that's one of them. And the other is the other thing that I was trying to do earlier, where I had b plus epsilon. I probably need this relation, because I have to use the fact cube as an integer. Otherwise, I don't think the problem is ever going to be true. So now I square this, and then... Spit and prayers. Okay, so n times b plus epsilon is a plus delta squared. Let's go! Okay, so I think that's like literally all the information I can get. I don't think I can squeeze out more information out of this. Right? Maybe? I don't know. Is there any other thing I can use? Like, I feel like I'm using both n q integral here. So what are the fractional parts that are promised equal? I'm gonna get rid of so this implies two things. This is like the fractional part of b delta plus a epsilon plus delta epsilon is 0. And also taking fractional parts, the fractional part of n epsilon is equal to twice a times delta plus delta squared fractional part. Finally, we know that a is nq to the 1/3 plus little o plus something that's so assume delta epsilon are both less than c n to the minus f. Oh, this is so much prayers. I think epsilon sounds cooler, so I'm gonna keep pronouncing it epsilon. Very, very important goals here. Frick. So should I just get rid of b? Because I can substitute b as like, what is b in terms of a? I did actually have a pronouncer who pronounced it epsilon. And then I think it rubbed off on me. Okay, so we're gonna substitute the... We're gonna substitute out, what was I trying to do? A. No, B. What am I doing? So B is nq to the 2/3. Okay, so this is times delta. And then I want to get n. Do I want to kill n? Can I kill n? Is that a thing I can even do? Not really. I don't know if I really want to kill n. I want to at least write this as like q to the cubed of q times, because q is fixed but n is not fixed, so anytime I can trade q's for n's, that's probably a good thing. A plus delta. So if I group everything, this is like delta squared plus a delta squared times a q to the 1/3 delta plus epsilon. Okay, so I feel like this is the... Wait, actually this statement doesn't look plausible to me. No, actually it's fine. It is pretty big. Wait, really? Maybe I don't care how big A is, though. This statement feels really crappy to me. This is the problem, because this n... I really want to get rid of that n, but I don't know if I can. This statement feels a little sketchy to me, though. How fast is... A is linear in n. Oh, that's the problem. All my crap is growing too fast. We expect this thing to be, like, bigger than 1. Like, I want to get a fractional part that's, like, clearly less than 1, but I can't get it. Because the A is too large. I actually need to kill A once I get a chance somehow. Is there a non-berry way for Alma? Oh, I missed the Q. Where did I miss it? Did I miss it? Where's the missing? Eh? Where did I miss it? Alright, I can find it. Maybe my policy of killing all the A's is not good. Do I want this in terms of... Maybe I should get rid of A and B. In delta square term... Oh, yes, okay, I agree, thank you. Because yeah, maybe I... When in doubt, do lots of computations and pray to your gods. 2n2 to the 1/3 delta minus. The problem is delta and epsilon aren't small enough. Like it's not like the Like none of the equations feels like they can't be true for size reasons. But that's what we're expecting to happen, right? Okay, when I expand this, what happens? Okay, actually I made negative progress here, right? Because I actually decided I want to use n instead of a. Because I thought a being an integer would help, but it doesn't. It looks like it's outlived that part of its life. So now we're just gonna use n to the... Alright, so this is n to the 1/3 epsilon minus epsilon delta. That fractional part vanishes and the other... Okay, so long story short, I think the thing that this extracts to is that 0 is the fractional part of two things. One is this guy and the other is the other guy. And that's... this feels pretty crappy. Because I really want to... Oh no. There. That's what we have. Oh, disaster. The problem is this grows too quickly, and delta grows a little faster than you're screwed in. So that doesn't tell me very much. I wonder if I can get a statement out of... Maybe I can get one more statement. If I square the b equation instead, b squared plus 2 epsilon b plus epsilon squared is equal to a plus delta times something. That something is q, which is also a positive integer. So q delta, the fractional part of q delta is equal to 2 epsilon b plus epsilon squared. And if I do the same, essentially the same thing, but now I'm removing b, it's also equal to 2n 2 to the 2/3. How did this... Oh yeah, it becomes minus q delta. Okay, so these are the equations that I get if I try to mix in the fact that a and b, q, n are integers. I can get something that's of this shape. The question is, does this do anything? And my feeling is no. I feel like I'm just running in circles. Do these look not compatible for some reason? So basically the point is that all of these things are integers. And epsilon and delta are small. These are integers. Why does that matter? Can I sum these somehow? Because what I want is to have this thing somehow kill this. But I don't see it happening. Right? I'd have to like square this maybe? I feel like I might have to square this guy again and then subtract off like copies of this. Oh, disaster. Is that really going to be the play? But the problem is even this thing is too like this and epsilon itself is already too big. It's causing problems. So like this person's fine, this person's fine, this person's fine. These little ones are okay. The problem is this one. This one is so large that I can't get rid of it. It's the n epsilon from here. I feel like I have to square something though, because I need to do something about this 1/3, 2/3 business. I feel like multiplying here was a good call. I might have to square again. No, wait, that doesn't even work, right? Because then I get delta squared, n squared delta squared. That's not the thing I want. Maybe just if I look at these two together? Can I put these two together in some useful way? This is Q and this is N. No, these aren't compatible. I think the shape of the solution has to be like, I have some things that are integers and then you manipulate them so you get something else as an integer. But I feel like at this point I've made things worse. Integer, something else is an integer. I think where I square b. What did I fuck up? Oh, yeah. There's an n missing. How did that happen? This is the NQ, right? NQ. Oh, I don't know if that's better or worse. It's NQ delta. I think that's worse. Wait, guys, now this term isn't small either. That's worse, actually. Alright, I'm gonna start over. I don't think the thing I'm pushing is... I don't know. I keep being torn on whether I want to keep A and B around or kill them. But... neither philosophy is working well for me right now, so who knows. Okay, let's try to do a more A-B centric approach. Like A is we're told A is an integer, and we're told B is an integer. So e.g. their product is an integer. I think just bash it. I mean, if you have a suggestion for how to bash, that would be good. Because I have no idea what's going on right now. Like, I can write down equations, but like, the equations need to go somewhere. Like, I'm not that optimistic about what's gonna happen if I just randomly write down garbage. I need Q to be an integer too. Freak. What if I Q both sides? Does that do anything, or is that just totally hopeless? I think that's just not good enough, though. I guess if I cube both sides, I get an n squared delta, which is or n delta squared, which will actually get small. The problem is the n squared delta term. Well, whatever, let's give it a shot. Desperate times call for desperate measures. This is an integer, so also an integer is minus 3 delta n q to the 1/3 plus 3n squared q to the 2/3 delta minus delta cubed. Yeah, I guess if there's cube roots, maybe I should be cubing shit. So the term that I need to kill off is n squared q to the 1/3. Which I can maybe get by squaring b. Oh, that's no good. You know what? Why don't I just write everything out and see if I can do anything useful? Like, write out a cubed, write out b squared, just write out all the pairs. Like, there's only so many things, right? Just write them all and see which ones stick. Because ultimately the shape of the solution has to be something like manipulate a bunch of stuff that are integers to get something that's an integer but isn't because the fractional part is easily computable and too small. I don't think there's another way this problem can end. So okay, here we replace every delta, then epsilon, and then replace every 2/3 with 4/3. Frustration sounds. Do I compute AB as well? This is getting more and more desperate. I'm just like throwing random crap at the wall and hoping it sticks. Delta epsilon is small, so that part's okay. I don't care about that. I don't care. So, delta n q to the 2/3. Is there what thing looks most like that? There's a delta n q to the 1/3 here, and delta n squared q to the 2/3 here. Neither of these are really. I am like 9n cubed delta q to the 1/3. Okay, so triple this. Add n squared times triple this. Add n squared times that. Add. What the heck is going on? disaster. I don't know what I'm doing. I just need to... There's so much garbage. Epsilon, epsilon, epsilon. I need to get rid of everything that's of the shape n epsilon, because those terms grow too fast for me to control. So how do I do that? Please save me. So there's 4 kinds of things, right? It's either delta or epsilon, and it's either cube root of q or twice q to the 2/3. So there's 4 different types of terms. I have 5 things. So in principle, maybe some combination should kill them all, but I don't know which combination to pick. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, I know what I have to do. There's only one option, so I should just grit my teeth and run with it, right? We have this... Okay, so first I'm gonna have the a cubed and a squareds clean each other up, because this is... I don't want to have epsilon in yet. So the term that matches here is there's a q cube root 1/3, and there's a 3n squared. Okay, so what I want is I want 2a cubed minus 3n a squared is equal to something, and this something may not be very good for me, but we're gonna find out what it is. 2a cubed is 6n squared q to the 2/3 delta minus... Oh my lord. Oh, this is not gonna work. I don't think this is the right way to go. 6n squared q to the 2/3 delta minus 2 delta cubed minus 2. So these two things cancel off. That's why we're doing this. And then this is minus 3n cubed. Oh my god, 3n cubed q to the 2/3. At least there's no delta in there, right? And then minus 3n delta squared, I hope. Now that I think about it, if epsilon and delta are 0, there's an equality case. So the q term might actually do... Okay, let's keep pushing. Okay, similarly here, the overlapped term is the q to the 2/3. So again, I do twice this. Hang on. Yeah, minus 3 times that. So 2b cubed minus 3nb squared is going to be basically the same thing. It's going to be 6n squared q to the 4/3 epsilon minus 3n epsilon minus 3 epsilon 2 epsilon cubed minus 3n cubed q to the 4/3 minus 3 n epsilon squared. Okay, so this is under control, this is under control, this is under control. These things I don't know if there's much I can do about. This term is very much not under control. Does this thing let me clear it? Not really. The problem is this is a q to the 4/3. Oh, but I can add these with different weights, right? So I need these to be in a, what's the ratio of the coefficient? Epsilon. So if I multiply this by q. Alright, we're gonna give these names now. This guy can be called C, and the other guy can be called D. So if I take... Oh, I have no idea what's going on. QC... plus D? Plus? Six NAB. The problem terms will cancel, right? The ones that I had. And I will get something. Minus 2 delta cubed. Times q. Minus 3n cubed q to the 5/3. Minus 3n cubed delta squared. I think I don't know this is anyway. Minus 2 epsilon cubed minus 3n cubed q to the 4/3 minus 3n epsilon squared. I wrote 2 cubed. I meant to write something else. I think you should think on a better replace. I mean, if you have a suggestion, I would be happy to take it, because right now I have no clue what the frick I'm doing. Like right now I'm trying to kill off all the terms that are causing me problems, and so this is what I've ended up with. This number is an integer. All the terms are under control-ish. All of these are like bounded in size. The problem is that there's an 3n cubed with like q to the 4/3 and 3n cubed q to the 5/3 that I don't have much control over. Because it's like, I don't know. Wait, there's a 3n cubed delta squared? Where'd that come from? Oh no, wait, but that's under control. This is under control because n is like, delta and epsilon are both like rooted. So now the problem terms are these, which don't have a delta or epsilon in them, but they have like n cubed garbage in them. So do I have a reason to believe that these things are close to integers? Maybe? Maybe? Okay, this has a name now. This is called E. And then we're gonna take E and we're gonna add like n squared qa. Yeah, which are the problem terms? Okay, the q to the 5/3 I can kill off if I add 3n squared qb. And the 3n squared qa. Okay, so that will let me trade these out, and in exchange I will get some other stuff. That other stuff is 3n squared q epsilon, and here it's minus 3n squared q delta. Okay, this is getting so long I actually have to break it across multiple lines. It's not readable right now. But this feels pretty good actually. Is this it? Am I there? This is it. Did I find the light? I think these are all bounded. Yes! Wait, is this it? Did I do it? Oh my god! Someone please tell me I didn't make a mistake. I think this makes it. I think I did it. I have no idea what just happened. I did not expect that. To be honest, I don't think I should have been so pessimistic because I think the number of degrees of freedom felt correct. But oh my god, that was scary because I couldn't see what was going to be there at the end when I got all the way through. Oh my god. Holy crap. What did I get myself into? What? I'm really close. No, this is it, right? We're done. This thing is bounded. It's less than 1. Or, I guess, sorry. It's greater than -1. Right? This should be it. Did I make a mistake? Please tell me I did make a mistake. Also, these statements are not technically correct. This quantity here is a cubed minus n cubed q. This quantity here is n squared, n cubed q squared. God, someone please tell me if I made a mistake now. Holy shit. Oh my god, that really pushed me. Oh. Oh. Okay, slight fix-ups. Something... Is this really it? I feel so nervous because, like, if any of the exponents is wrong, I'm just dead. But I don't think any of the exponents are wrong. Yeah, f... Since epsilon and delta are, like, less than, let's say, like, 1/1000 q times n to the minus a half, it follows minus f between 0. Yep, I think this should do it. There's a sense in which this has to work, I think, because once I write a cubed, a squared, b cubed, b squared, ab, I should, like, have enough degrees of freedom to wipe everything out. But oh my god. Well, okay, I had to use a and b as well, which is a little scary. But it turned out okay. Alright, we made it. Alright, this is going to be really fun to write up because when I submit it, it's just going to be like a long string of equations. Also, well, I feel like... Huh. There should be some conceptual reason why this is true, I think, but I don't know what it is. 1/1000 q and show it works. For n large enough. So what we're gonna do is a very intelligent strategy called take this thing here, copy. Oh shoot! I reused the constant c. No. We're gonna call these x, y, and z. W. Z. Define the integers for small. Assume not. There is a bad n. Define the n for small delta and epsilon with in 0 c n to the minus a half. Oh, right, yeah, there's an ad break. We'll take the ad break after I finish typing this up, alright? Compute. Define more integers. However, condition on delta and epsilon causes 0 w not greater less than 0 and w greater than -1 contradiction. We'll take the ad break in just a moment, alright? I want to finish my victory dance after this monster. I still don't know what happened. I think I can put these on one line. Yeah, I'm so surprised this problem statement is true, though. I wouldn't expect... I would have expected, like, 1 over n here. I wasn't expecting 1 over root n. What a problem. Nip Zion. I don't even know. I don't know what just happened. I feel like I have a complete solution now and I still don't know what's going on. What do I even write for this? It's a nice problem, I'll give it that. Alright, so, let's see what I missed in the solutions bucket. This is the China National Olympiad, right? What a problem. Okay, I guess everyone else is doing something of this form. What the frick is this? Oh, come on. Okay, so everyone's just manipulating random stuff. Oh. Okay, come on, what is this? How am I supposed to come up with something like this? Funny IQ solution. The ultimate 1, 2, 3 is right up. So, it's a small thing. What? What? Okay, what the heck? No, why? What? Okay, whatever. I still have no idea what's going on. I'm sorry. Really? Okay, 70 IQ. 70 IQ. We will be PG-13 here. I don't know where you get that. I was just like, help, there are terms that are too big. Just try to eliminate them one by one. And somehow these 5 things are enough. So like, you know, just swing your arms wildly. I'm totally spent. Oh my god. Like, okay, seriously, how am I supposed to come up with T2's lemma in a problem like this? Like, no, what? I'm just writing stuff out and praying. Which I guess works. How is cubes to T2 an intuition? Okay, I mean, I guess it kind of is. Oh, come on. Alright, you know, you've got to be joking. Like, no. Like, your idea of motivation was, we're going to use T2's identity to get rid of the cubes. Like, seriously? So this is X, this is Y, this is Z. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this so much. I mean, like, sure, but like, I don't know. I just... I don't know. Like, I agree it makes sense, but I'm just like T2, really? Like, I thought this identity is an algebraic trick for like dealing with like, I don't know, like certain inequalities or whatever. Like, I don't think of it as like a way conceptually to like deal with fractional parts of cube roots. Like, it's just an identity, which I guess is why my solution works, because like this is just an identity. So essentially, like, what all the solutions to this problem are saying is that for the cube root version, all you need to do is do manipulations, which is what I was like, it has to be this, because there's nothing else you can do. Like, you can't control the fractional parts, like, you know. But... okay, yeah, here's a conceptual solution using Minkowski's theorem on linear forms. There exists a constant. Wow. Oh no, there's a typo here. Will he mind if I fix it for him? I don't think he'll mind. Yeah. No, I mean, the T2 is smart, but I'm not high. I just don't feel like I would ever gamble on that, because it's like, if it's manipulations, I should just write the manipulations that work rather than like guess that T2 is the correct manipulation to use. Which is kind of what I was doing, like just write all the expressions, kill off all the terms that are too big, and pray. And if you have 5 expressions, that should be enough expressions. Yeah. I think that this video is going to be the... Wow, residual is still... this video is going to be the example of like why reading solutions is not helpful. Because when you see the solution, you're just like, where the heck did all these equations come from? Like, what is this? But there is a reason. What you do is you write down these 5 things, and then you try really hard to get rid of all the terms that are greater than 1. And because you have enough expressions, and you have 5 expressions and 4 things to kill, so you should be able to do it. Is basically what I'm saying. And you can, and it does work. Really, there's 7 because I have this A and B up here, and because I actually do need A and B at the end. Is there? Hang on, I feel like, is it really n squared q for both of them? I feel like yeah, it's n squared q. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we are now apparently supposed to take a 6-minute ad break. I don't even know if I have the button for that on my panel. It's been a long time since anyone redeemed it. Okay, we'll take a short ad break, and after this I will decide if I have enough energy to do any more math, where the answer might just be no. Oh, wow. Oh man, someone redeemed a 30-second. Unfortunately, I don't think I can redeem a 30-second right after a 3-minute. I'm pretty sure Twitch will think I'm like scamming people for money. There is another 2.5 minutes. I'm gonna go get some beverages because I'm thirsty as heck.